Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Kiln Line, Episode 2, Series 2.
Hang on.
Episode 3, Series 2.
Hang on.
It's because I wasn't on last week. That's Shunting Yard. Oh man, this is going horribly already. Oh,
It's not, isn't it?
Oh dear.
because I haven't had a drink yet. That's what it is.
Boo.
We'll get something
Yes,
down
well-
then.
Welcome back to the Shunting Yard. This week we have two very special guests. They model in the really small scale though. So we have Ayberk, I think he's below me, from Morwood Engage. Then we have Stephen from Finborough Engage. And then we have the OGs. We've got James.
I'm here to do
From Little
Rob
Western.
and ignore everybody and just push buttons.
And I am Rob, your host for this week.
Hi,
James,
Rob.
hello boys, how are we?
Oh, knackered. Thank you for taking the reins on this one. I don't think I have the mental capacity to actually, focus on you lot. No, I'm kidding. I'm good.
Oh, mate. That was a low ball, that one.
No. It's all good. It's all good. Looking forward to this. Looking forward to this one.
It's okay. Those two are going to do most of the talking anyway, so we can just sit back and let them at it.
Are you saying I talk too much? Is that it?
Never noticed that, mate.
We are 2.5 minutes in, and shots are already being fired. This is going extremely well.
Next time I see you, Stephen, I'm having words with you, mate. All right, this ain't over.
Right, so lads, I have a really strange suspicion I'm the only person drinking this evening.
No.
Is that true? Oh no,
No.
Ayberk is. Good stuff. Oh, James is on it as well. And then- and then we got-
January ended.
And then we've got Stephen with a cup of tea. Right, so I hope that's Yorkshire tea. Is it not?
No.
Oh, no.
In my defence, right, there's a bag of Yorkshire in the cupboard waiting. This is Tetley's.
So-
I'm getting to the Tetley's first.
So you come on here with with not even
No.
with not an alcoholic beverage,
I know.
but also a substandard tea.
What? Hey,
Subpar tea.
It's wet and it's warm. That's all that matters.
Right. So we now know what Stephen's drinking. Ayberk, what are you drinking this evening?
You'd be surprised to know that the Raki is back to make another appearance. However, as Rob has discovered with the cup that I'm holding in my hand, that is in a Bluebell Railway Beer Festival glass, which I acquired after I went to the Bluebell Railway, which Rob had no idea about. With Tom's
That
modelling
glass-
corner, FYI, Tom's modelling corner. If you're here, just
That glass was full when we joined this stream.
it wasn't even.
I was going to say.
I got no words for you, mate. I've already got no words for you. All right,
James, what are you drinking this evening?
I've got a Slovak lager called Svetný Mk. It's cheap. It's cheerful. And
It's proper hard stuff.
It drinks easily. No, it drinks easily. Considering it's, I think it's like 5%.
That's proper hard stuff.
It's 4%, but it's 55 cents a can, and it actually doesn't taste like swill.
I'm sorry, 55 cents. How much is that in pounds?
This is I don't know, 40p.
So you got a veg stripe or something.
I can't even
Can't complain about that, can you?
I can't even find stuff in Lidl that cheap, mate. So good on you.
Cheap and cheerful indeed. Yeah. So cheers, lads.
This evening I'm on the JD honey again because it was left in the loft from last time and it's really cold as well, so it's great.
The chaos drink has been deployed.
The chaos drink has been deployed. Cheers, everybody.
Cheerio.
Cheers. Welcome back, lads.
Cheers.
Thanks, sir.
So, without completely destroying the whole subject of this stream, what modelling has everybody been doing? So we'll go to Ayberk first.
I'm gonna be brutally honest, not much, because in the last couple of weeks I've just transitioned into a new job, and getting used to that is a bit of an ache.
That's fair.
I've not really done much besides just a quick running session to test, make sure all the points and the joints and things are going to plan. I'm hoping that I can continue at the start of February when I've got a week off and I get some more supplies, more point mounts and things like that. But we'll talk about that later. So I won't go too much.
Yeah, we will go further into that during the rest of this stream anyway.
Yep.
Go on, Stephen. What have you been up to?
Gothland. I've been panicking. Well, not panicking. Starting to panic.
Do you mean the layout that looks something like that station on the MYMR?
That's the one. So the moment,
I thought it looked like Hogsmeade.
Too many shots going off this evening already, man.
So yeah, it's been doing that.
So when have you got to get that done?
April. I think it's April.
Oh, time's closing in, man.
It's either April or May. I've got loads of time, but I know what I'm like. I get to a month before and be like, I've not done it, so I'm doing it now.
You're forcing yourself to do it now.
Yeah. But it's at the scenic stage at the moment, and the scenic stage I can get into. I can enjoy that, so I don't mind it.
Mate, if you want to give you a pro tip, honestly, when I took Morwood Mark 1 to Slough, like, so many things weren't done, so don't, be upset if you haven't fully finished it.
It won't be finished. But it'll be.
Yeah, don't worry about it, because Morwood Mark 1 was definitely not finished in the slightest when I took it. It looked finished, but to me it wasn't finished. So
yeah.
A layout is never finished, chaps.
That as well.
It's very true.
Anybody who says that is lying.
The biggest liars on earth.
James, what have you been up to, mate?
I've done quite a bit over the last week or so.
No way.
Week before last, I did a whole load of laser cutting and then spent oodles of time doing some staining of timbers.
Mate, I've been loving that. Honestly, I've been checking the progress that you've been doing on that, and I thought that's a neat idea, honestly.
These have come out far better than I thought they were going to. So that's that. And then I was trying to get around to actually start building. But I made a boo-boo. And if you've been following the progress, I decided that I was going to prime and pre-paint the 3D printed chairs, which I've thrown in a box somewhere because they're now useless. And essentially, the tolerances for the rail for the ball head was just way too tight, so they were just snapping stupidly quickly. So I've got my friend doing a whole batch of new resin prints that I'm going to pick up hopefully tomorrow, and then I'll slightly change the process, but it means that I can get back to laying track. And then this week I have had an interloper on the layout. I've got myself a Stania Mogul that has been given to me for a service and a stay alive install. And do some jiggery pokery with it. So that's been on the layout this week, doing some shunting.
You're going to drag that out for as long as possible to keep that with you, aren't you?
Oh yeah, 100%. It's one of 3 Stania locomotives that I like.
For once, we could say that loco's definitely not making it home, is it?
Well, unfortunately, he knows where I live, and he could probably throw a stone at my house. So
Is it okay if we come join in on that? No, joking.
Can you video it?
Yeah,
all right. Then.
So yeah, that's this week. So I've actually been doing stuff.
In fairness, if
as quiet as an altar boy who just saw a priest. Thanks, man. Always good to see you, mate. Always good.
Oh, if you want to keep up to what's going on with James's layout, you can always just go and follow him on Instagram, because he's putting up modelling every day. Basically, he's doing a little bit of modelling every day.
I have missed the last 2 days of posting, but I have been doing bits.
James, we're only 22 days into the year, mate.
No, but I have been doing it. That's the main thing.
Where's the evidence, though?
You'll see tomorrow.
Guys, we're taking it back to school days. PEE, point, evidence, explain. All right, where is it? Where is it?
I just showed you.
Now you must explain.
Oh
Right.
man.
I'm going to sort my audio out, and hopefully that'll be better for Aaron. There you are.
Mate, you sound fine, just fine to me.
As for me, I have done basically no modelling the past at least 2 weeks.
How
But I have
dare
had a
you.
few new arrivals in the form of a few coaches, a few wagons. I got a whole rake of coaches for under £25, which was a bonus.
Yes, Max, call
Yeah.
it a blast from the past. I didn't forget about that.
I forgot about it on purpose. So, Rob, how is your new stock? Because you
It's-
literally just mentioned about having an issue with it. So
No, yeah. Well, I'll talk about that in the news, shall I?
okay, let's talk about that in the news, shall we?
Yeah.
Shall we
Alrighty.
move on to the news?
Yep.
Let's do it. The news.
The news!
So, this is the section where I get to do a very, very tiny bit of talking. The rest of it's going to be Rob and these two. But we do have a little bit of news that we're catching up on over the last 2 weeks. As you know, last week was a fantastic run through from Phil, Tom, and Charlie regarding the excellent Hornby announcements for 00. So much going on. Neither here nor there regarding pricing of railroad items, but go back and have a look at those and have a look at the many videos that have come out about it. But first, there's actual NG7 news.
Oh,
Yes.
Hold on a minute.
It's only taken 6 months.
Here we
Second.
have.
Rob,
This
what
is
are
even
these,
more exciting. This is even more exciting than what you think it is, because both these items are Linton and Barnstaple wagons.
Oh.
That open wagon in the picture is actually what I have here,
Oh, hang on.
How do you have one already?
because I was the person who bought the first one.
What, did they send you like a special email to say, Rob, well done, you got the first one, mate?
No. What happened was
He's just
Max found it on eBay, told me about it, and within about 2 seconds, I'd bought one. But what they are doing is they are starting to make the whole Linton and Barnstaple wagon range. So these are the first 2 items that they're putting out, and this is really nice. This wagon, they have asked for my feedback on it, and I have got a few items to report back just to help them with future ones. But all in all, it's a very nice wagon. The box fan is absolutely stunning by the looks. I imagine it runs on the same chassis, so it's probably going to suffer from the same problems. But
Is that,
hopefully,
is
I can
that
help
its
them work
actual
through it.
colour, though?
No,
So
you have to paint it.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay. Fair enough.
No, look, Ayberk, no one chooses this scale to have things ready to run. Okay, no one expects that.
That's fair enough.
They expect to have to put some sort of effort in at some point. But yeah, they're quite reasonably priced considering how big the wagons actually are. So you're talking £38 for the van, and £30 for the open wagon, which is really reasonable considering the print and that it comes with metal wheels, which is also nice with bearings.
I was going to say it's not a kit; it's a ready-to-run thing, right? It's just
It is ready
you
to
have
run.
put
It just
the
needs
axles in.
painting.
Yeah.
But can
No.
you remove the top part off of the chassis?
See, that's also. Yeah, no, you can't. I'll have to make very good use of some tape, I think.
Yeah, I was going to say that's that's a
Tamir is your
questionable.
friend.
Yeah,
But it's I think they're blooming brilliant, and expanding the LMB range, because there's already some stuff out there in ready to run. It makes sense, and it's a no-brainer really, expanding on that range that anybody that's in this scale already has some of. So yeah. As a did you put the other news regarding Linton Barnstable in here,
I
James,
did,
or
but
did
I've
you?
left that. I've left that till the end because it's a technical. I'm calling it an honourable mention.
Okay,
Aw.
that's fine. And yes,
Okay.
yes, Charlie, I need more sidings. Yes, definitely. I'm
Definitely
rejigging
need
it at the
more
moment.
sightings. Okay, so next, Model U had a series of January announcements. I haven't put any prices and things here. You can go straight to the Model U website. It's plastered. Very first thing you get in. They've got 2 figure sets, so a domestic life set and a wash day set. So it's a few different figures from doing different activities. They've also got some line side cabinets, some British Railways facing point lock kits, which is really useful. I think it's something that's not really modelled, by laymen. But it's all the fine scale guys are always doing stuff like that. I plan on doing stuff like that, so go and have a look at those as well. They look fantastic. Also some signal pulley bits. So yeah, some decent bits coming out of Model U. At some point I'm gonna lose all my money to them because they've got so much good stuff on, like seriously.
Their range is always expanding as well. It's crazy.
Yes they did. Yes they did, Max. I have one down here somewhere. In my box of shame.
We all have those.
Got a garage.
Well, it's the Wills one, but yeah, it's a point rodding kit that also has facing point lock stuff on it. So yeah, it is available. But people are saying my audio is quite low. But you guys
I don't
can
get
hear
that
me.
because I can hear you perfectly fine.
Yeah,
I can.
same.
Just
I'll have
shout,
a-
James.
I'll have a play and see what happens.
Just be like that guy on Phone Jacker with the huge phone.
I'll turn that up a bit and I'll move my mic a little bit closer and we'll see how that goes. Anyway, so moving on. Yes, there's the wheels made in the Ratio Factory. Moving on, Dapol have announced another series of charity wagons in honour of World Book Day, which is the 5th of March 2026. You're looking at
Shut up, Lyndon.
some box fans. So yeah, go ahead and choose. They're $12.92 for these in 00 and $65.50 in O gauge. No catering yet for TT or N gauge on these.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm surprised. I'm surprised they didn't branch this to N at the minimum, but yeah.
Maybe
Well, they
a
don't.
bit too fiddly,
They
the
don't
colours,
do it
yeah.
occasionally, right?
Because
do
if they're
some
using-
occasionally.
If they're using an existing tooling of an N gauge wagon, that would have just done the deal. To be fair, but
Right? Yeah.
that's fair enough.
Well,
Pretty graphic,
Dapol
isn't it?
don't do TT, so they can't make a wagon in that.
Oh no, I was just talking about N, but yeah, same.
So there you are. Get your Dapol wagons in if that tickles your fancy. Next, another Dapol wagon. This time a
James
Footplate
loves these.
exclusive. I absolutely do not love these at all. Go check out my channel and the latest Dapol tank wagon to find out why. But yes, so there's the Footplate exclusive Timothy Taylor's Brewery beer tanker available from Dapol. These are coming up at $21.95 in 00 gauge only. So if that tickles your fancy, go ahead and grab some of them. I've got my own opinions about these.
I was
Go
going to
and
say, is
Get
it?
your own opinion.
Isn't this the same? Is this the same tooling as that James May wagon from ages ago?
It's exactly the same tooling.
Oh boy. Well,
The wheels don't look rusty though.
Yeah, no comment. I mean, you'd hope they'd improved after the first run.
We'll see. Well, I won't see, but we'll see what other people think. So yeah,
like-
if this is for you, go up for it. Moving on. So Cavalex Models and Ultimate Model Railways have announced a collaboration on 2 Class 56s coming to in the upcoming Class 56 range. So we've got 56301 in a BR blue, and I think this is 56045, and I'm not entirely sure what livery this is. Can anyone shed some
I
light?
recognise it, but it's too small for me to see it. So
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know what it is though.
No, I don't
I
know.
find that
I've seen
hilarious.
it.
I found that hilarious coming from an N-Gage collector.
It's too small. Fast line, and Natalie says it's fast line. So there you are. I think it looks fantastic. If Class 56s are your thing, go ahead and grab them. You're looking at DCC ready 199.95 and DCC sound 299.95. This is listed on Cavalex's website, so I'm assuming that's recommended retail, and you're looking at maybe a 10% less on your retailers. But I'm not sure if this is probably an exclusive to Ultimate Model Railways. So go and have a look there. Tom. Sorry, Tom's just joined.
It's hilarious how he's the only person who's a member of the Shunting Yard who isn't a mod on the YouTube channel on the
He
stream.
is now.
Ah,
Take that back.
Unbranded fast line, to be totally correct. It was a nice livery. Their 66s got it when new. Thank you very much for that. Next, a surprising announcement from TMC. So this is a TMC exclusive NER V4 brake van. I think the drawings for this look absolutely phenomenal. Very highly detailed. There is going to be 8 running numbers across 3 different liveries. There are 7 different body types and 2 different chassis types that are going into this tooling. It looks insane. It really does look highly detailed. 45.95 we're looking at for this brake van. So this really has to be top notch, like absolute top notch, I think. What do you guys think?
Yeah, then you end up buying it and you realise like the wheels are stiff or something. Can you imagine?
I mean, it's not. I don't. Yeah, I that I understand. You know, I think just.
Yeah.
I think it has to be like top of the line, and I hope it is. You know, I really hope it is because it looks stunning. So, break van tax. Does it have a light, etc.? So I did have a look on TMC's website, and it says that it's got different lamp positions, but it didn't say anything about having any sort of lighting.
It'll probably just be like stick-on parts, I assume.
So my assumption is that you'll be able to. It will have posable lamps, things like that. But the underside looks incredibly detailed. The tooling looks incredibly complex. So my assumption is that's where most of the cost is. But we'll look for this in anticipation, and hopefully it comes out well.
All right.
Any additional thoughts on these, lads?
I'm good.
There's no engaged. I did ask them. I'm going to say this now. I did ask the lads, you know, before the stream, during the week, anything you can see? No. Anything new? No.
it's a brake van, isn't it?
And that's technically it for the news.
Hey.
But we do have an honourable mention. Rob, what is our honourable mention?
For those in NG7, such as myself, Mountaineer, and some others that I know about, there is a Linton & Barnes Baldwin in development that I have personally requested, and he's making a run of them. From Mark
Holcroft.
Mark Holcroft. He's making a Linton & Barnes Baldwin that's going to fit on a 040 chassis. And it's basically just going to be a kit. It's going to be a body kit that you can fit on this on a custom built chassis that he's also doing for it as well. So it's going to be good. But give it a couple of months. It's now been announced.
Fantastic.
It's out there. It's happening.
He was doing some teasing of drawings on his Facebook page, and how he's picking them up and what he's selecting. So I'll be looking forward to seeing the official announcement, the first test prints, etc. So we'll be sure to let you guys know that.
You will see it first on a proper layout right here.
Oh, are you getting exclusive rights, are you?
I'm getting the first one.
Oh.
Oh, snazzy.
I was gonna say, James, I don't know. I don't know if it counts as news, but I was gonna say, is this the right time to make an announcement regarding Mark 2?
I'd save it until we get into the meat and veg of the thing, probably.
All right.
It's
Fine.
Nah.
Question mark. Question mark.
It depends. Is it an announcement of like where it's going, what you're doing with it, or anything like that?
Hey.
No, but nothing to do with the physical layout itself. No.
Oh,
More administrative, if you want to call it
You're
that.
trashing it already.
No, there's no trash involved. Do you know what? We'll come to it later. It's fine.
We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
So,
Rob, the reins are back over to you, my friend.
So as James just put up that slide, we're talking about Mark II coaches this week, and why they're important to the hobby. So
get out. Just get out.
No, we are here to talk about development from a first layout. We're talking about these two guys down here who have started their second layout journey together. So, lads, let's start by asking, since you started a new layout, what has been the running testing trains to actually working on the layout ratio been?
I'm sorry. Can I just pin that for a second? What a great question to start with. nothing like, so where did the idea come from? When? How long ago? No, just, are you doing something yet? Like, sorry, carry on.
Right, who do you want to start off? Because I don't know. Do you want to start, Stephen, or you want to go?
Let's go. Let's go with let's go how we mean to go on. Let's go with Ayberk first, considering that's how we've been doing it since we started this.
Fair enough. Okay, so running to building ratio. That's what you want, yeah?
Yeah. How many times have you tested it?
Okay, the straightforward answer, definitely not as hard as Stephen has been. That's for sure. However, given that pretty much most of my collection is Stay Alive armed, I sort of have a far lesser need for grotesque testing because I just let the Stay Alive do the work. Now, obviously, some people might find that a bit, iffy, and that's fair enough, each to their own. I would say, ratio-wise, to answer the question, probably looking at about 70 to 30, as in 70 building, 30 testing.
That's a very good ratio.
Is it? I don't know. Anyone in the comments wants to comment on that, feel free. That's just me. I've just been building more. I think, Stephen, I got my boards. I finished my boards after you, didn't I? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Bearing in mind, obviously, it's a strange comparison because my layout's like half the size of Stephen's, give or take. So I can't really compare it in that sense. But I would say pretty much 90% of the track is up and wired. So once the final things are wired and EX is all coded, which I won't talk too much about now, then I can start moving on to sort of ground level scenics. But yeah, 70 to 30 is my sort of answer now, but I'm hoping that's going to eventually change once I actually finish. It's going to be more testing because there will be nothing more to build in terms of track work. So yeah.
So go on, Stephen. Tell us.
I think it's more like 30-70.
He took the get trains running fast too literally and just hasn't done anything else.
I mean, was this week's reel not enough clues as to what the answers would be? To be fair,
put it this way.
No,
right?
in fairness, go on, Stephen.
I've got 2 loops, 2 complete loops, and it hasn't progressed from that.
Yes.
we have seen your videos on Instagram, and there's a lot of train running, which is very nice. I particularly approve of the 225 set.
In my defence, right, I've been running trains because every time I put one on, something different is thrown up a different problem. So I put the Sniper Grizzly on a few weeks ago. It derailed over there. I put the Black 5, not the Black 5, sorry. I put the 5MT on. It derailed over there. It's just like...
And this is why we vigorously test things.
Exactly, Rob, exactly. I don't want to get to the point of ballasting it all and then going... It's too early to swear. Getting to the point of ballasting and then find out that everything's derailing. So you've got to test it.
Yeah.
You've got to test it. But I need to start doing some more stuff.
Yeah, I can vouch for that. I really can.
But also in my defence, it is like Ayberk said, it is also twice the size of his layout, and I'm doing Gothland as well. So
True.
You're trying to do two at the same time
Bro,
because one clearly isn't enough.
no,
trying to complete side quests. Well,
So,
yeah, there you
guys,
go.
so what was the idea behind starting another layout? I know, Stephen, yours was moving house, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, and the
So
old layout
you
just didn't. In fact, hang on, wait there.
Well, while we're waiting for Stephen quickly,
Here's
will it
deployed.
work better than Mark 1?
I'll get out, Lyndon.
Sorry, Stephen, carry on, mate.
That's Mark 1. That is the
That's
base mod from
Mark
Mark 1. That's
is that all that's left?
pretty much.
Oh,
Rip.
Trying to frame that. Mate.
shock and
part,
awe.
part of it's been recycled, so it's yes, but it didn't. I didn't think it was going to survive the house move, and it didn't survive the house move.
Bless.
So it wasn't worth trying to carry on with it, which was a shame because I just got to a point where I was quite happy with it. But
Yeah.
it's
Just stick that on the wall as a memento. Just above Mark 2 and just have it literally just the last piece of Mark 1 above Mark 2. I think that'd be a fitting tribute.
put a plaque on it as well, said never use foreign baseboards again.
Yeah, right.
That was the bane of your life, wasn't it?
It was just if it was all on one sheet, it'd have been fine because it was multiple sheets. That's probably a different episode. That, yeah.
Brilliant.
Go on, Ayberk. Why did you start Mark 2?
To be honest, after I got into the social community, Instagram and everything, I realized that a lot of what I built, it's not about the look of it so much. The technicality behind the build was way off traditional procedures. And I just thought to myself, okay, layout looks nice, fine. But I wanted to build it more in a linear fashion rather than going all over the place, which may not look like that in terms of, to other people who viewed Mark 1. And, obviously I've got a lot of comments about it and positive ones, of course, and I appreciate that. All in all, I just wanted to go about, building a layout that is not only more sizable and, I can run longer rakes because you can't do much on 4 foot, which I think had a straight section of about 55 centimeters. You can't really put more than 3 coaches in it. And I'd always wanted to, run longer rakes and, 5 cars and things like a 225. I don't know, just an example. And that's sort of why I just thought after the Slough show was over, I thought it's a good time to reset. I would have done it sooner if it weren't for Slough, but I kind of had to wait for Slough to be over because I promised that I'd take Mark 1 there. So all in all, it was a chance for me to build a layout with advice from everybody rather than just my own accord and reading comments from some random blokes off RM Web. I don't know. So sorry, but that's
No, that's fantastic.
I had no sort of help or support like I do now, and with so many people have honestly backed and supported, in terms of their ideas for Mark 2. which we'll get into later. A lot of it involves around EX. I'm sure you know, James, but it includes yourself as well.
That's what I want to talk about.
We'll get to that. But honestly, you know, had I not gone into the social media community, Mark 2 may have not happened, one, and B, I wouldn't have set it up the way I have, if that makes sense. So that's the idea behind it, really. So here it is.
It's looking good as well. Both your layouts, like they've taken on elements of your first in layout wise, but it does actually look like you guys are kind of expanding on it. Because I've been keeping up with both of yous, and genuinely, I'm really jealous you guys are getting to start again. It's made me like, you know that feeling where you're like, oh, I really fancy ripping it all up and trying again.
I mean.
What do you think this is?
long story short, I had to throw away my whole dining table just to fit Mark 2 here. Good. So I don't have a dining table.
Who needs to eat at a table?
Yeah, sod that crap. I don't want to eat. It's eat on the layout.
No more candlelit dinners for any dates that come round. Trains.
As it should be.
But as an extra small shout out, I wanted to thank all of the people as well at Slough Winter Railway Society who actually helped me build the baseboards for Mark II. So you know, Matt, Steve, and there's another Steve, not the one in this live stream, obviously, but sorry, Steve. The other Steve. Yeah, for helping me put together Mark II, because I was afraid that I'd have to go and like buy a baseboard of someone to make it and for me and whatever, and I was like crying at how much that costs. So I was like, nope, I've got a GCSE in woodwork. I am building one myself, putting that good GCSE to good use, boys.
About time. It's about time someone used their GCSEs for something good, you know.
About 12 years too late, but we'll put that to the side.
I was going to say, yeah, right. Fantastic.
So what element of your old layouts are you trying to implement into this new rendition?
I'll let Stephen start on that, actually, because I've done enough talking for a bit.
So visually, the idea is mine's going to look quite similar. Well, that was the intention, but that's kind of starting to slide a little bit as well. It's also part of the reason I've been taking a little bit slower to build as well, because I've been changing things. So one of them was under some immense peer pressure. I put the slight curve in on this. That's it, man. Lift it on top. So you probably can't quite tell that curve, that slight curve here. Yeah. That was before. That was just a straight run.
I'm trying to think who advised you of that. It was somebody, wasn't it? I can't remember who now.
To be honest, I had a couple of people all at the same time.
Was it from our lot? It wasn't it?
There was one of them from our little Insta chat. I think Josh from East Glasson. He was sort of saying the same thing at the same time as well. In the end, I just caved because it took that straight train set edge away from it a little bit.
Yeah. It's like
I get that.
As much as it looks like in the real world that it's, you know, main lines are dead straight. You know, they do tend to weave in with landscapes and things like that. And I think if you have it as a dead straight going into a radius of a curve, it feels more like a train set rather than a layout. So I think it was a solid option, dude. It really looks good.
Yeah, that's what annoyed me about the old layout as well, that everything was parallel to the board edge, and wanted to keep it somewhat similar, but without changing it too much. But that gives me, I know it still is parallel because it's only just a slight shallow curve, but it just gives me a little bit more foreground.
You can see the train snaking round it as well, can't you? Yeah. It adds a bit of like depth to it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So at the moment there's that. That's been the biggest change so far. Not really got an awful lot further on. I'm actually contemplating putting a fourth loop in on that end only because I haven't got space for it that end because the station.
Somebody mentioned that further up the chat, saying maybe we should convince you. Was it Redhampton?
Yeah, he's just causing trouble.
Quick question from Natalie: are you using transition curves?
Yeah. Basically,
Maybe.
Basically, I laid the curves on the end of the board straight up the curve onto the straight sort of thing, and then straight curve. Once I've done that, then I decided to move it in, so I basically just budged the track in over a bit. So it's all just bits of flexi sort of mashed together.
You say over a bit, at 2 millimeters to the foot. You know, moving it over a bit is the equivalent of a mile. You know, like.
Oh, this is probably. It's probably they're probably about 10 mil, about 10 mil, but it's just enough to give it that shallow.
Yeah, that's 20 foot. Just 20 foot.
Aye. See that from space.
No, it does look good. It does look good. Quickly before we move on to next main question. Quickly, Mark's model railway is asking: is there anything in other scales that you wish you could get in N-gauge? So I know, Stephen, you've already answered this in the chat, but do you mind dropping that answer again?
It's a castle. It's a castle.
I'll be Rob.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even going to bite for that one.
Oh. Okay.
We're desperate for a new tool 225 set, because that is ancient now. It's the old Farish tooling. I don't know how we're going to be able to say that, but the headlights are all printed and everything. Don't get me wrong, for its time, lovely little model, but it's just ancient now.
Yeah, just to put it into perspective, I had one of those when I collected N-gauge about 15 years ago. Probably that exact same tooling.
I've had that since I was a kid, so that's how.
Yeah,
I'm 32 and I've had that since I was probably 7 or 8 sort of thing, maybe. So nice. It is an old tooling, but there's just nothing. There's no modern equivalent of it, and it's a crying shame really, because you'd think that they'd sell because they're still there and they've been there for yonks.
I was gonna.
Ayberk, what about you, mate?
I was going to say, I completely forgot to give you an answer to your earlier question, because you asked us as in what are we keeping from our old layouts.
No, I wanted to jump in quickly before we
got
to your answer. That's all. Sorry.
For me, no, it's fine. In terms of a loco I'd like to see, I mean, for me, it's always about passenger trains. I'm quite a sucker for EMUs, DMUs. Can we get a 4.4? Can we get a 4.42? Potentially, that would be nice. Or some 4.42, or something like one of those sort of NSC EMUs or whatever. You know, is it NSC Southwest? You know, like a forcep or something like that. I know we had something similar to it. I can't remember the exact one. Stephen, maybe you can help me here. It was the one that was in the green livery from Farish, like made it ages ago.
Out my region, that bit. That's far too down south.
We are in the 40th. What is it? The 40th anniversary of the formation of NSE. So don't count your chickens before they hatch. We might get something N-gauge before the end. This year is out.
It does seem that we're not really getting a lot of 4 or 5 car passenger units or anything in N-gauge. It's mostly focused on just creating individual coaches and then loco. I don't understand. To be honest, what I would love to really see is a better tooled A4. I said it. There you go.
Oh God, he said it. Oh no.
Hasn't the A4 just got quite recent tooling as well?
No,
mate. No. I mean, as much as I know how to sound fit, as much as I know how to sound fit one with my eyes closed, it is horrible. It's a very, it's horrible. It's a very, very stiff locomotive. Like, I swear, if you don't have the pony truck at the front tightened or loosened enough, it will derail. I'm sure Stephen can attest to that as much as I can too.
Mine's almost hanging off on Grizzly. My pony truck at the front is almost hanging off. It's literally got a thread on it.
Yeah,
to run.
You have to keep it not coming off the tracks. Which, I'm sure, we can always discuss what I'm going to do to my A4 slightly down the stream, but I've got new ideas for it, Rob. I think it had something to do with something you told me at Slough.
Smoke unit.
No, do you remember? Was it you who gave me the idea of stick a second tender on the back and put a much
Yes,
larger
it was,
speaker
yeah.
in? So I've managed to find someone who's 3D printed a tender. And
Yes, lad.
I'm going to stick a second water tender on the back of the A4. Yeah,
It's got to be
That'll
bitter
be
or
nice.
mallard, though.
I mean, it's gonna be a what if. So you know, it's just any
Jumping the
excuse
gun,
to.
lads, jumping the gun.
All right,
No, it sounds fantastic. It sounds
That is
fantastic.
quite cool.
So, sorry, back to question before I jumped in. So, what have you kept, or if anything, what have you kept from the old layout?
Well, for starters, obviously nothing because I gave the whole old layout away. I sold it.
So the rolling stock.
I literally, I kept all the locos in the stock and everything. In terms of like what ideas am I keeping, I can answer you that.
Yeah.
So obviously, the immense array of lighting that's going to make a comeback. This time I'm going to try and feature way more signaling, or try to at least, from far more sort of costly brands. And the one thing I didn't keep, obviously, was the control system, which I won't talk about now unless you don't want me to. But that's changed. So no more dusty Hornby Elite and Hornby HM controller. That's now in the bin. Thank God.
Good lad.
And
That's where it belongs.
in the bin, and we got the EX now, which I am absolutely loving. It is just for the cost, for what it can do. Honestly, I would not touch a controller made by another manufacturer with a 10-foot barge pole. James, I'm sure you can agree.
I will be we will be having a completely separate discussion on DCCEX at some point. So
Yeah.
I will be inviting you back for that one. Do not worry.
That's fine. I mean, I can briefly touch upon it now for the sake of what am I doing new on the layout.
Of course,
I won't go into the
of
details. I won't do like complex stuff. Just what it entails. As what do I need to buy or whatever. That's fine.
Fantastic.
That's fair enough. That's good. So from where you are now, what particularly are you guys looking for in your layout? Well, what kind of features does it have to include for you to be happy with it?
Crap ton of lights.
More traffic lights, more Christmas trees.
Oh, actually, to add an additional answer to the earlier question, I did keep all of the advanced lighting from Mark 1, so all of the fire trucks, police cars, traffic lights. I did actually keep this, and it's in a box somewhere. So I do have
Good
them
lad.
still.
Good lad.
I wasn't giving them away. I'm sorry, that would cost me too damn much.
Awesome. So go on, Stephen. You go first.
Pretty much, it's the trouble, isn't it? Sort of keeping the layout much the same as what it was anyway. It's still going to have the station, and it's still going to have the potash terminal and everything. So a lot of it's going to be quite similar, really. So it's a bit of a.
Is it going to have the canal?
I don't know. Because I know.
No.
I know.
Oh, that was my favourite bit of your layout. Oh, wounded. Oh.
The most favorite bit of my railway layout, Rob, wasn't actually the railway.
How dare you have something that's scenic on your railway layout?
Unsub.
I think I'm going to try and squeeze it back in, but I've got something else I want to put in.
Is there no way you could run it parallel to the track or something instead of going underneath like it did before?
I've got space.
No.
I want to try and squeeze. I've got the stuff there for it, so I want to try and put it in if I can. But I've also got a little tram that I want to try and put in. So
fair enough.
It depends where the tram line's going to be. I don't know if you can remember. At the back of the layout, there was like a street scene sort of thing with a Premier and North sort of stuff. I'm going to try a tram line running along that street scene. So it just depends how I'm going to get the tram to go off scene. So it might, if it fits behind the canal, then I'll have the canal. If it isn't going to fit behind the canal, then the canal
canal's got to go.
Yeah, I think I might be able to make it work, but it could be tight. So we'll see. I'll try and fit it in for you, Rob.
Thanks, mate. So you want to put a tram line in? That's really interesting, actually, because you don't actually see many layouts with trams, do you? They're either
No,
railways
that'd be
or
great.
tramways. So
I bought it years ago. I can't remember. It's a Japanese one. I think I want to say it's Tomitech. No, something like that. It's not Kato, but you buy the tram, the body, and then you buy the chassis separately, the electrical chassis.
yes,
And it's a very generic tram. It's green and white, just a little 2-car, but it doesn't look Japanese, if you know what I mean. So it would actually sort of work just slightly backwards and forwards. It's just something different. So that's going to be I want to get my head around.
That's cool. I think that'll add extra depth to your layout again, because having something running in the background gives something additional to look at, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So,
yeah. So we'll see.
And you, Ayberk, go on. What's your plans going forward?
So I'm sure many of you have noticed this obtusely large gap here in the middle between the inner and the middle line. So obviously a lot of layouts have platforms that are on the edge of the line, or one on one side, one on the other, which is fine. And that's what Maud Mark 1 was, if you remember. I had the platform right on the edge.
You're going for an island?
I am going for an island, that is correct.
Nice.
I just thought to myself, well, given the length of the layout and it being shorter, I feel like putting the station dead center with an island would obscure less in terms of videoing and people that want to view from directly head on. So I thought an island would be a bit more unique, because I don't really see much of them. Obviously, yes, that's caused like a funny bend in the track, and some might say it's a bit too much of a bend, but I like it. It adds that sort of extra dimension, a curve, if you want to call it that, to the layout as well, rather than just keeping 3 dead straight lines. I mean, there is 2 dead straight lines, but having sort of one that waves about is kind of a neat touch. You get to see the locos turning and whatnot. So yeah,
Absolutely.
that's sort of the new idea. Obviously, well, another thing would be, well, it's not going to be called Morewood anymore. I can't keep that name for obvious reasons, because it's just like calling your layout the same thing, especially when it looks completely different. It's going to confuse some. So obviously that means I need to change that sign at some point. Obviously, I took a lot of time thinking about a name, and I thought I think I finally settled on one.
Morewood.
Getting a reveal.
It's called Bigwood. No, I'm joking. No.
You heard it here first, people. He's changing his name to Bigwood Engage.
Hardwood, Longwood. Yeah, do you know what? So a number of people that suggested me that, like innuendos. No, that's not going to be the name. To be honest, there were quite a few contenders. At first, I thought about Morewood Hollow, but then I thought, that sounds a bit too scary. Like, I don't want to put people off the bloody layout. Yeah, Morewood. No. Longwood, even Morewood. Yeah, well. Oh my god. No. So. Obviously, I've been referring to the. Well, I'm surprised that no one said no wood, because that's lack of wood. Oh my god, man! I'm gonna screenshot all of these comments. You've
opened yourself up to ridicule now.
Got wood, yeah. Oh my god, Woodmore. Yeah, okay, that's a good one. No, so
actually, that's pretty good.
Which one?
Have you got
lesser
one?
Spotted wood. No, so that was my sort of announcement that I wanted to make earlier. No more nails. Mate, some of these are bloody woody. Oh my god.
He's gonna have to rethink his name again.
and this is why I love the chat, because it is unhinged.
It's just gone crazy.
Do you know what?
No,
I feel like okay. So the new name. So it's not going to be called Morwood Mark II anymore. That's now well, not in the bin, but it's just calling it Mark II is getting tiring. So moving forward from this day on, this is now known as Morwood Vale. This is the new name.
Vale. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I thought it's a bit of a classic, lesser used sort of suffix. I mean, there's a lot of junctions, TMDs, things like that. I thought, I don't want to go down there. It needs to have a bit of a rustic feel to it. It is sort of still based off a large village, small town. So I thought, Vale. I don't know what else to name it, to be honest. I mean, again, some people have different ideas, of which you've clearly seen. So I thought Morwood Vale's got quite a nice touch to it.
Aaron's firing shots.
He's not firing shots. He's just bored.
I was about to say something, but I'm not. I'm already holding myself back there. Okay, so Morwood Vale is the big announcement. If anyone watched the reel to the end, then you will have clearly seen that this is going to happen. I clearly put it in there that it was going to happen. So yeah, the layout name reveal is Morwood Vale. So moving on forward. Obviously, that doesn't change my handle or anything. If anyone asks, I'm still Morwood Engage. It's just for show application reasons, I have to give a name, and that will be the name. Hooray!
Amazing.
I like
it.
I think it's a solid option, dude.
Thanks, guys. Thanks.
You guys can call it what you want. You guys can call it what you want, but it's called Morwood Vale.
No, I'm sorry. You're now gonna have to on the side of your layout now. You're just gonna have to take all of these puns.
I actually will
and put them all there.
I will put up an info poster that says names that did not make the cut.
No. I've got a better idea. You need to pick one of those lot that's been suggested, and have someone graffiti that over your Morwood Vale signs on your platform.
I was going to say maybe on like one of those retaining walls that would have worked as well, but do you know what?
Yeah.
Vale of Morwood. Do you know what? That's there's a class 59 that's named that, isn't it? Or am I making that up? Not that, but it's called Vale. I've got it. It's my own 59. Vale of Glamorgan. I'm pretty sure that is one of them. So yeah, it's a similar idea. Yeah,
Max, that is a very dangerous name, and I really like it.
Yeah, I think Rob is now going to go out and buy a diesel thing and cannibalize another chassis to have Vale of Morwood.
Make Vale of Morwood just for you.
No, Morwood Vale, because it has to be the name of the layout, doesn't it?
By the way, I want to ask the chat like a quick suggestion thing. I wanted to get a nameplate done for a future diesel loco relating to Morwood. So if anyone has any ideas for a loco nameplate for a diesel, drop them in the chat because I need ideas.
Well, Lords just came up there.
Coulda, woulda, mudda. Coulda, woulda. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. That's it. John's a good one.
I'm not putting that.
This is like when councils ask people to name snow plows and you ploughing
Snowy McSnow. Yeah, I was gonna say Snowy
Woody
McSnowface.
Woody McWoodface.
Jesus Christ, guys! Honestly, that's brilliant. So yeah, there you go. Happy announcement.
Right, should we move on?
Yeah,
we're now approaching the 1 hour mark.
Can we get to a question? So we asked you guys what you wanted to have.
Questions,
on
please.
your layouts. So will I ask the chat what they also would like to include on their next layouts? Since this is Mark II's. So Natalie is going to be including, or wants to include, overhead electrics.
That's going to go on. That's going to go on Mark II, 100%. That's 100%? Happening.
Oh,
fantastic!
Yep, those kits from West Hill Wagon Works are looking hella tempting right now.
Wait, hang on a minute, Ayberk. Does that mean your layout is set in the Midlands or above? Because the South don't have OHLE.
It's part of Northern DMU.
I mean, when you say the South doesn't have OHLE, there is power lines in the South. They're just not as frequent.
They're just not as, yeah.
But, I mean, you're talking about south of London, then fair enough. But if you're talking, like, out of Paddington or whatever, then there's still power lines.
Oh, yeah. I know. Yeah, okay, north of London. So it's up there somewhere, is it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Watford.
I mean, it's. But the ballasting idea, I want to go for the sort of Scottish colours, but that's just the colours. It's not because it's based there. I just like the colours, all right? It's just, I like that little pink granite effect. It just looks really good.
2 people are saying HS1.
It doesn't count.
Anyway. Okay, so overhead electrics, solid choice. Mark is saying stay alives. I personally think they're a necessity.
As a wizard, I support that. I'm just putting it out there. I mean, that's all I do, isn't it?
Tom is going to include his Shunting Yard billboard, even if it's out of era. I urge everyone to go to Bunter's Yard and go grab their own. They are fantastic.
Speaking of that, where are you guys planning to put yours?
Oh boy, I think I would put it.
Steven's like,
I'm gonna put it where the sun doesn't shine. I'm joking.
Hang on, wait, whoa.
Bin.
Need one of those.
No, be
one
nice.
Of those.
Be nice.
In my defence, right? You guys, that came out like a couple of days or something before you guys got yours on. So
yeah,
I'm
because
as soon as just for that.
As soon as I saw Bunter's Yard make a Merc one, I messaged him saying, can you make me a Shunting Yard one? He said, I've already done it. I was like, oh, cool. As soon as I asked him, he was already on the printers with it. I was like, okay.
The fact that he predicted that you would go to him tells you a lot about the guy, doesn't it?
Yeah. Oh, there you go. James has got one.
Got mine.
I will get one, but I'm not paying the postage just for that.
I mean, I would probably put mine closer to the back of the layout, closer to the wall, like the scenic wall or whatever you want to call it.
Huge.
You got those off the street outside.
And then last one we have here is from Oliver. Next layout would be a big GWR shed in the BR era, like Old Oak or Banbury. My favourite layout, I think it's is a depiction of Old Oak in O gauge. So I would love to see your rendition of that. That would be insane. And then quickly before we move on to another one of Rob's fantastical questions, do you both reckon Mark 2 will be completed quicker than Mark 1? Steven's just like, no, I'm going to be playing trains, mate.
Yes, the short answer. Mark 1 took me 6 years to do, so yeah, clearly I don't have intentions to keep it going that long. My aim is about
6
2 to 3 years. It was a slow burner, all right. Just
I've got 3 years leeway time before I overtake you. Great.
I mean, that depends on how long it takes you to build one piece of track, James.
Hey. Shush.
I'm joking. But yeah, I want to do it in half the time, ideally. Don't want to keep it going for too long, otherwise. Not want to do it too quick either. Just feel like I want to deplete myself of the fun, but you get the idea.
Yeah. Redhampton, I think we will get to this before the stream is done. Do not worry.
He's on a course in tonight. He knows that I want to do that.
Shut up, Max.
Well, it's quite funny that Redhampton said that, because the next question is, what kind of fancy tech are you putting into your next layout?
Here we go.
Hey, well, I mean, this one's easy, isn't it? It's all based around
Everything.
No, it's well, a lot of it is going to be centralized to EX, which I know after a fellow Engage model of ours, Stephen, you know who, has convinced us into getting EX. I'm obviously set up and everything. I know you've still got to buy all your components and your CSB1 and whatever. But yeah, we're both getting into EX, and honestly, there's a whole lot of things to do. I feel like, if the hobby could have a fifth dimension, this would be it.
I see it as a hobby within a hobby. So you've got modeling, and then you've got people that do YouTube as their hobby within the hobby.
Yeah.
Or you've got people that do weathering as their hobby within the hobby. DCC EX and the whole thing of everything that you can do around it is another hobby within the hobby.
I mean,
100%.
it's phenomenal because I just thought, oh, it's a build your own control system that you just download an app on your phone and you call it a day. Hooray! Now it can be that if you really want it to be, and you know there are different levels as described by EX that you sort of adhere to. You know, you can just plug and play instantly, or you know, as Red Anthem was saying, you can go as far as automation. Believe it or not, there is a really, really helpful community in that aspect that they will help you to, you know, they'll answer your questions even if they've answered it hundreds of times. They'll do it again, which is brilliant. And yeah, I'll definitely come back to James on that on a separate thing. On about
we will definitely be doing a separate
conversation, not a stream as such, but just a lecture, if you want to call it that I'm still waiting for about how to do signal automation. So we'll come back to that when I'm ready, of course. But for now, I'm going to pass on what knowledge I've learned to Stephen, clearly, so that he can get up and running as well, whenever that may be. Stephen, if you want to give us a hint.
First.
just quickly to answer a question that we've got in. So Natalie, yeah, so it's a DCC and DC compatible controller that is entirely open source, customizable, relatively cheap if you buy it in the parts, but you can buy pre-built systems, of course, that already have certain things installed. But if you're into your coding, or you know your tech wizardry, things like that, if that's something that tickles your fancy, it is limitless. At this very moment in time, it is limitless. The things that people have been creating and doing with it, with just a few lines of code and using, you know, infrared sensors or Hall effect sensors, RFID, things like that, is absolutely insane. So I put the link in the chat. If you are interested in learning more about DCCEX, go and have a look at their website. They also have a Discord as well, if you're that way inclined. And they're a lovely bunch of people from all over the world doing amazing stuff in the hobby.
I think as
I said, we will have a completely separate chat, and we'll be getting one of the developers from DCCX involved in that discussion as well. So keep an eye out for that. Sorry, guys, carry on.
Go on, Stephen. You next, mate.
Yeah, so like Ayberk said, I'll eventually be getting a DCCEX. At the moment, it's not really a massive priority at the moment, but I will be getting one. But apart from that, I'll probably put a few signals in. I would like to try a bit of automation. I keep sort of toying the idea. My thing with the hobby is I like winning trades. I'm quite happy to just put some trades in and go and do some scenics or something. So, but then you have to come back to it every 5 minutes and change that trade. Whereas if I could just flick a switch and it just, I don't care about it stopping in the middle of the layout and stopping at a signal. I'm not really that bothered about that. But if it just do a loop, send something else out, do a loop, send something else out, that'd be enough for me, you know. But tech-wise, sort of thing, I'm not really that bothered, you know. So I'll be shotting a few signals in this time for sure at some point. Just basic, because if I try to signal it properly, it'd be an absolute nightmare because I've got quite a lot of points and stuff. But
it'd take a lot of work.
It would. I couldn't afford all the signals.
Do you have your points or fitted with motors, or do you just flick them with your hand?
I haven't in the past. I didn't on V1 just because it was the phone board and trying to get a point board through that. It's just like, but on this one, I will be eventually fitting servo point motors eventually. But again, it's just one of those things that's not a priority. Yeah. So
I think
Fair
I've
enough.
got about 500 in stock, just in case.
they're cheap
The
and
amount
cheap,
I've
aren't they?
for not having any track, I think I've blown about 30.
Jesus.
No, fantastic. It's good to hear that more people are getting more interested in the tech side of things, and
I think it sort of shows that there's a lot of the controllers that are out there at the moment are starting to be dated. I mean,
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I've said
100%.
it before, other places, that the NCE Power Cab, if you're just getting into it, it's fantastic. It's a brilliant little starter kit, but it costs a fortune, and it's 20-odd-year-old tech, and it's not worth the money. Like, it just isn't.
I mean, it can only do about 10% of what EX can. So
well, this is the argument. This is the argument for another stream, isn't it? Whether or not think controllers and things like that are worth anything, and those discussions of, I think, I don't know, Rob, if you have a question in your set, but I think this is definitely, since we're talking about this way, like, what was the inclination to move from what you were using beforehand to what you're now planning to use? Like, was it purely functionality, or was it just need to try something new? This looks cool, I want to see that.
I mean, for me, it was functionality is one thing. Obviously, yes, it can do a lot more. Not that I will be using all of the features. It's still a 7-foot layout at the end of the day. It's not 40, 50 feet long. But with that being said, though, there is a lot based on the tech savvy side of things that I would love to utilize, like signaling automation, like route automation, or just route setup. I may not necessarily do automation that shows. I just want to click a button and say, open up points 2 and 3, set my route, done.
Yeah.
Which, I'll be honest, from as soon as I got into the whole like coding side of EX, and I don't want to use the word coding so much because I feel like that may put people off. It's more templated script. Which is, you can literally copy and paste it, fill it in with whatever variables, which are very clearly outlined, and in literally about 5 minutes, I had a route set up, and I was like, hooray! It was just so easy to get into it, and within about a day and a half, I had my routes planned. So that's what I like about it, to be honest.
I think for myself, it was the functionality. Like, it was said before, the power cab's great, but you're still tethered. On a 12-foot layout, that curly cord only stretches so far.
Yeah.
So if you're trying to multitask and down under the layout, it doesn't work that well, really. But it was also the sound fitted locos as well that sort of started getting me looking more into, because trying to get past function 9 on that is just like it's a chore, especially when you try to turn something on and off quickly. There was a little workaround you could do it, remap the buttons. I can't remember how you used to do it before, but now I just press option on it and you can get in, and so it made it a little bit quicker. But I ended up buying a NCE adapter so I could use JMRI with it, and that started changing the game, because then I could use the JMRI Wi-Fi throttle, so then I could use engine driver on my tablet. And once I started doing that, it was just like, this is a completely different ball game.
Yeah.
Like, you got all the sound functions there on your screen, and you just press it and it's there. There's no hassle. That being said, I'm not a massive fan of the tablet for actually driving the trains. I do like the thumb wheel on the power cab. I do like that feedback sort of thing.
I will send you to completely off topic from Mk2's, but I will send you to a link to a handheld throttle that you can get that basically bridges the two worlds. And I think that will solve your tactile need.
Yeah. And it's something for my daughter to use as well.
And that's the other thing.
She's only 3. She will play with the trains, but she's not quite at the point where she can control a tablet brilliantly yet. She can do it, but with the thumb wheel, it's easy.
Yeah, exactly.
Little things like that.
I think one of the big things as well that I feel like I forget until now is there's no need to spend extra money buying extra controllers for extra operators. The question is, do you have a phone? Yes or no? Yes, cool. Download the app. You're ready to go.
Done.
You can have I don't know how many operators you can have on one EX, but I'm pretty sure the answer is a lot. And if you've got a phone, like everyone does these days,
Yeah,
you're good. Just download the relevant iOS, Android app, and straight away you're in on it. And that's the
in
reason.
the drawer.
James is just showing us all his burner phones.
These are my controllers. I have one that I use. I have my main phone just in case I have somebody else that wants to come. And my daughter uses my old iPhone because it's a little bit smaller for her hands, and you know it's.
These are his excuses for having 3 phones.
Business. Shh. Iron curtain.
Our club layout was DCC on a power cab, and I took the adapter to plug into it one for one. And we had pretty much every club member that was there running the layout had their phone running it, and it made it easier. The only downside to that was because it was still the power cab. You had to have my laptop plugged in as well. Obviously, if you're DCC EX, you don't need a laptop or anything. It's just all contained, but that's just the limits of the power cab.
Yeah, it's a wondrous system.
Definitely.
We'll definitely get into it. We're probably going to have to set up a chat between the 3 of us, you know, just specifically for this, and just block Rob out of it, you know, because he's not.
That's
he's not
fine
down with the cool kids.
I've got a Gauge Master Prodigy that'll do me fine.
It works. We will leave it at that.
And it has a lifetime warranty, so if it does go wrong.
I can still remember the joy on James's face when I told him I'm getting into EX, and he thought, and I bet you that smile turned even bigger when I said, "Oh, Steven's in on it too."
Yes. Oh God, yeah. And the chat will be named DCC Nerds. Indeed. Fantastic. No, I think personally I think swapping controllers is a healthy process when moving from how you're doing things first to how you're. It's like your first layout when you're a kid is usually a DC train set layout with, you know, whatever you're doing, and either you stay in the hobby and you progress your way up to a more expensive Gauge Master, or the, you know, back in when we were younger it would have been the 4-dial, you know, HM2000 thing, you know, like. So,
or a duet.
Or a duet, exactly. So I think it's only natural now that, especially where kids are a lot more attached or a lot more used to, I won't say attached, I mean used to the tech, used to having phones, tablets, computers, etc. You know, I mean, my daughter at 3 years old, she was able to use the laptop to go and choose what she wanted to watch. She knew how to move the mouse, she knew what to click, she knew how to, you know, at 3 years old, and she knows how to use a phone. You know, she knows which app to turn on. You know, she knows how to select the her locomotive because it's got her name on it, and she can go away with it while I'm not around. So,
to be honest, one of the other things as well is I quite sort of didn't expect was using JMRI in the rosters, because you know you back up all your locals on that roster, all your CV settings. So when you started twiddling with CV settings, you just saved it, and it didn't matter if you messed it up because you could just backdate it to the old. And just little things like that make it a complete different game.
I think just expanding on that as well, even with the extra operators involved, your roster is automatically loaded up on their devices, so there's no faff about remembering addresses, which I feel like kills a lot of time at shows when someone says, "Oh, what was the address to X, Y, and Z?" Because
what was
especially
the function button for this, and,
like,
you know, like
more addresses, but functions as well. Because typically for sound locomotives, you know, the first 5 or 6 functions are always the same on pretty much any project. You know, 2 or 5 is your brakes, 3 and 4 is your horns, etc., etc. But yeah, when you got all the buttons there ready to go, you don't have to question what buttons what. As long as you got your rostering set up properly, everyone's in on it, which I absolutely love.
Yeah.
No, brilliant.
Totally agree.
So not to dwell on the DC side of things, but I think it's a solid choice for Mark II, and I think the reasoning behind it is sound. Rob, carry on, dude.
Well, this is actually my final question, and it's a good job because we are going to have to start wrapping up.
Perfect timing.
So, what have you guys done differently this time around that you learned from the Mark 1 of your layouts?
I mean,
Baseboards.
I knew that was coming.
that's
But the foam.
Yeah, it's as soon as I built that first module on this one, it was just like, this is it. This is how it should have been. This is how I should have did it day one. And if I'd done it like that day one, I wouldn't be here having a conversation about V2 now.
Because you'd have Mark 1 and it'd be better. You think it would be better? Like, really?
I don't know if it'd be better. On the surface, it'd still been the same layout, I think. But it would have been here. It would have survived the house move. And I think we'd have done more with it. But that was what was holding us back. Like I said, couldn't fit point motors.
No, I like that.
You know, it's that was the big thing for me, the baseboards. I can't really think of that, to be honest.
Okay.
Go on, Ayberk.
I think that the biggest thing for me, obviously, yes, my baseboards too are different. I now have 2 boards, not 1. But that's not really the idea of it so much. I think the biggest lesson for me is not to rush recklessly.
I'm not rushing.
He's too busy running trains.
I know.
No, well, when I say not rushing, what I mean is planning, proper research, proper listing, proper notes. Now, what I mean by that is I've got a notes thing in my app, the Notes app, where I've got different categories and what I need to do in them. You know, like, for example, sound installations to do. What do I need to do for the layout? What do I need to do for stock modification? Things like that. Building lists helps massively. If you come up with something when you're at work and you're like, I should probably write that somewhere, do it. Because, you know, when you end up forgetting it and then you end up doing a stage in your layout creation process that now inhibits or prohibits you from doing that idea you had initially, it's the biggest ache to turn back on yourself and try and fix it. Now, I'll give you a good example of this. And this is probably going to be another one of my... Mate, it's all on my Instagram. I've got about 6 or 7 videos.
I can't believe Tom hasn't been keeping updated.
Clearly.
Just absolutely ridiculous.
Unattentive. Now, sorry, back to what I was
Thomas,
saying.
God's sake.
For me, I'm trying to work slower on the base creation process, i.e., the idea of, and I think the biggest thing for me is I see a lot of people straight away rushing to the ballasting stage. Like, I get it, ballasting is fun. I want to do it as well, and I can't wait. But the biggest mistake I encountered in more with Mark 1 is when you put ballast down and you want to then put something else over said where ballast should be, it is the biggest ache to remove it, put a hole where you want it, put the thing you then want, and then cover it up with ballast again. So I think for me is check everything is in order. Are you sure that you don't want to put anything more down before you then move to ballasting? And the only example that I would give to this is signals, because I made a critical error on Mark 1 where I put the signals on top of ballast because I just could not be bothered to scoop up old ballast and put it down. So put all the things that need to be on a level surface on the floor first before you then cover it with ballast. That's the biggest lesson for me that I learned is just, you know, don't rush straight to ballasting. It's tempting, I understand that, but that would be my only giveaway from today is just make sure you laid out all your foundations. You've got all your point motors and things set up. Trying to do point works and point motors post ballasting is the biggest headache. And I did that in Mark 1 and it was one of my biggest regrets. Which is why I've done all my servos and things, as you've probably seen from my channel. I've done all that stuff first, and then I'm going to go on to signaling, and then I'll do ballasting.
I think this is where Steven's got his 70-30 ratio right, is running the living crap out of something to make sure that everything you currently own runs smoothly on what you've got, so you can make changes while it's completely bare, and then only when you are satisfied that the running is fine, then you can move on to the next step. I've had it recently where I can run 95% of my stock on the current track, but there are 2 or 3 items by Dapple that just don't cut it. So it's become an and an R of different different approaches, different things, different changes. But I completely understand, honestly, and I think you're completely right. Of anything that's going to be at baseboard level, anything that needs to be at baseboard level, whether that's point rodding or
signals,
any of the scenic elements. So if you're doing the modern style point motors, surface point motors, just for visuals, or cabinets or things like that, anything that needs to be set into the ground rather than sat on top of the ground, that's sort of that this is the point of trying to fix that. Like, even if you're doing bridges, like I know, Stephen, you've got your bridge and your road there already.
Yes, yeah.
That needs to be done before you put any ground cover on, because the ground cover will, usually it's dug into the ground for the foundations. Yeah. It's not put on top of the ground. So
things
Ollie,
like
thanks for joining, mate. Pleasure.
I was gonna say things like painting track as well. That's a big one. Paint your track before you ballast it. I understand if you want to weather your track post ballast, that's a different thing. But if you want to just put the colours down, do it when there's nothing there. That's the kind of big thing. But yeah, I've already said signalling as well, because I feel like balancing signals on top of things. Oh, and another one's trunking.
Something that people get wrong quite a lot. Signaling.
And the other one is trunking. Those wire trunks that run down
the cable troughs and things.
Yeah. I had to dig up ballast to put one of them in the Mark 1, sorry, which was a headache to do. So I'm going to put that down first.
I had mine on top of the ballast, and it just didn't look right.
Yeah.
But the only good thing was I managed to put it, because I had the embankment on the outer edge, so I could get it just in the gap between the embankment and the ballast. So parts of it were okay, but part of it where it crossed over the track and went onto a flat bit of ballast, it just didn't look right. That is going to be another thing that's on my list for slow down, because with the old layout, I did rush it. I did get to the point where it was, tracks down, trains running, let's do the scenics, because I'd never done scenics before, and that was the bit that I wanted to do. And probably do regret it, to be quite honest. But it looked good.
So
amazing.
I think that's fantastic. I think you guys are making some excellent progress on your Mk2's, and I think the stories behind it, the ideas behind it, and the drive behind it is brilliant. So I can't wait to see what you come up with. Now we did ask you guys for some photos, and we've been talking so well and so nicely that we haven't actually shown them. So I think it's only fair. It's only fair that before we end, you talk us through what we're seeing. So we're going to start with Ayberk. So we've got 2 slides here of the 4 photos that you sent me. So can you talk us through the left and the right?
So the right is obviously the layout overview. For those wondering, the blue box that looks on the left is a 3D printed case, kindly donated by Will from Coventry Railworks, to house my DCCEX in, which also has a screen, which you can't really see from there. I haven't put the screen to much use yet, mind you, so something will come about that later. And then on the left is what you can see there is obviously the servos that drive the points, which is another big benefit of EX, but we won't go into that today. And that little black box at the bottom right, that's a what's it called, PCA 9685 board. Correct me if I'm wrong, James. So that is a £5 board that can control 16 servos, and servos are about £2 a piece. So that's how cheap you're controlling points for. No CVUs, no seeps, none of that. Just pure reliability with servos, which work perfectly every time, because obviously it doesn't rely on a single jolt of current. It relies on a torque force being exerted instead. And then obviously you can see there as well the DCC bus, which I haven't, it's looking a bit more set up now than that, but that's sort of the track power going in, the frog power going into the what's it called, servo mounts, which they're actually really quite cool. If anyone wants to get into servo mounts, those are Dingo servo mounts. Yeah, so that's a PCA 9685, which you plug servos into.
Just dismantle my layout for that.
Oh, thanks, mate. But yeah, those servo mounts, they're made out of like steel or something, whatever. I don't know. They're from a little business called Dingo Servo Mounts. I met the owner back at Chatham last year, and I saw that and I was like, yeah, I could do with that. And they feature a little micro switch, which when the point moves across, it clicks the switch for you and changes polarity. So you don't need an auto frog juicer or anything like that, which I absolutely love.
If you want a 3D print file for one, I've developed one myself.
Yeah, 3D printing works too.
That's handy to know.
I've got a friend who's got about 250 turnouts. So we've been developing an entire control panel and different bits for that. So, but we're tangenting. But I think this looks fantastic. But whoever said DCC was 2 wires?
Yeah.
I've had this discussion with people before though, and to do in DCC what you want to do in DC, or vice versa. If you wanted to have isolating sections and stuff in DC, the wiring for that would be an absolute nightmare. So DCC, you just wire it. That's it. It's easy.
But yeah, in summary as well, so Morwood Vale has 3 lines, of which the inner line does go off into a what do you call it? Yeah, it's 2 wires again and again, stretching on and on till the never-ending depths. So yeah, it's got. Well, you can probably see it here on my stream, by the way. Sorry, the camera. It's going off. One will go off into a twin lane depot, and the other will go off into a twin lane coach siding or wagon siding or something like that, with a double slip, which you can't really see here. So that I managed to work that into the plan somehow, and that is just adding another dimension, I suppose, a little cheeky double slip. So yeah, that's that for me.
Brilliant. And then this and just another 2 angles.
Yeah. So the right one is just a closer angle. Obviously, you can see the DCC Xbox way better from that perspective. The left is the fiddle yard in construction. Each line has 2 lanes, but the inner line will have more because I'm going to sort of curve it off with a couple extra points. So it may be like 4 lanes in the end. There you go.
Oh wow.
Very cool.
And is this going to be visible, or is it going to be stuck behind a scenic?
No, it'll be. So at the ends, there's going to be a 45-degree angle tunnel. So
gotcha.
Yeah, the rear is going to be hidden entirely.
Okay.
Well, you might see it if you're standing, but it's not going to be visible filming angles.
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah.
Brilliant. And then Stephen, you sent us 3 pictures of your in progress, and of course, go and check these guys out on their social media channels for further updates.
Ignore the billboard in the left-hand picture. Don't need to see that.
Yeah. So that bridge is the bridge from Night 1, which managed to sort of salvage. So that's going to be roughly in the same sort of place, give or take. I'm trying to make those signs a little bit longer for the potash, which just underneath that billboard, that's where the potash signs will come off. So hopefully they'll be a little bit longer, not by much, but enough to get ahead shunting, I'm hoping. And then right hand side, so where the GNER set is on the right hand side, that's Fiddle Yard. So I've only got 2 tracks, which is what I was saying earlier, which enough to run a train on each loop at the moment. That will eventually fill up. I think I've got about 8 or 9 Fiddle Yard tracks to go in, I think. But at the moment, it's the points. I'm not really using all points. I decided on this one. So I need to just slowly purchase some more points and build that up. And then on that right-hand photo again, on the left-hand side, there's a rake of coaches in the middle of nowhere. That's where the station's going to be again. Again, much the same as before. About three through lanes and 2 terminus lines. That picture,
Brilliant.
other end of the layout, the curves are all going to be hidden. The tight curves, they're all going to be under the same scenic boards that I had on the old layout. And you can just see that one piece of track on the left-hand side there. I'm going to put a 4th loop in.
Ooh, okay.
And it's gonna. You can see me pencil lines. I'm drawing with my mouse on my screen, but you can't see that.
Yeah. I'm
that's
doing the same, and I
in.
have no idea if they can see it. So
No, we can't.
there you are.
That's going to tie into that 3rd loop with a curve point on that right hand side, and then eventually you can just see the pacer near the Blue Bridge. I'm going to put another point in there, and that'll give it a 4-track East Coast main line sort of style.
Fantastic.
Just for a couple of foot, just to. That's what I wanted really, the 4-track East Coast main line sort of thing. But I haven't got the space to actually do it without sacrificing the potash signs and stuff. So that's a bit of a compromise.
I just want to highlight here we were talking about this curve here, and I don't think that's shallow at all. This is a beautiful looking curve here. You can see with this rake here, really is pronounced, like as a transition there into a straight section. I think that's what makes this whole scene right here, is you've got this transition curve coming out of where I'm assuming you'll have a scenic break into this, you know, it's not really an S, but into a transition that then goes into a straight underneath, just past the bridge. I think that's a fantastic scene there.
Yeah, I think
absolutely.
The thing I'm going to struggle with there is, to the left of those wagons, I'm going to have to put something in there that explains why it curves, but I don't know what, because they wouldn't have just curved the railway for no reason.
Maybe a little mound.
But yeah,
leading up to the bridge.
Maybe a little canal.
I was going to say as well, like given the actual proximity that curve generates against, like not against, but away from the actual embankment, from the edge of the board, that's going to give you some really nice filming angle for the trains running on the curve. So obviously, you can put stuff there, but obviously you don't want to raise height or anything, or that's going to block your filming angle, depending on how you're going for it, of course.
I don't want to put too much for high embankment on and then lose that vantage point.
Yeah.
But I need to make it work enough that it makes sense, because someone will point out that we put a curve
Somebody
there.
will mention it. So everybody mentions something.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, on that bombshell, then I guess we should start ramping it down.
Yes, lads.
James, do we have any community shout-outs this week?
We do. So not following on, but yes, following on from Hilton's one of Hilton's latest videos highlighting Hamish at North Highland Model Railway and his amazingly detailed Highland line layout in the late 70s to mid 80s. That's this week's community shout out. If you haven't already checked it out after looking at Hilton's video, please go and give Hamish a shout. Tell him that we sent you, and go and have a look and adore his content. I've been having some good conversations with him. He's given me some brilliant inspiration for some bits on my layout. So yeah, go check Hamish's Highland.
It is a stunning layout. That absolutely stunning.
Absolutely stunning.
Yeah.
And he's only been back in the game for 16 months or something like that.
Wow, that's amazing, isn't it?
It really is an amazing turnaround. So seriously, go and check it out. And then next week, the lads are talking about some random railway in the 30s.
I could cave to this.
I can feel the euphoria coming from Stephen already on this one.
I could quite easily sell up.
Yeah, come on then. Go, you're fine. Come join us. So next week, I believe it's Tom, Charlie, or Tom. No, Tom, Phil, and Matt will be back to discuss modelling the LNER. And this is actually the start of a four-part series that we're going to be setting up this year, discussing specifics of modelling certain the Big Four.
I bet you can't guess who's going to be doing the GWR one.
It's not going to be me, is it? No. So yeah, next week, come and tune in to have a discussion about the LNER, modelling the LNER. I think it will, despite prejudices, I think it's going to be a good one.
Max is just...
Max,
oh, that's good.
Max, it's almost like I did it on purpose.
But just
this is what you get to do when you're the producer.
All other regions will be correct apart from this one.
Apart from this one, yeah. So come and tune in next week to that. But other than that, I Rob, you can sign us off. But I just want to say, Ayberk, Stephen, it's been an absolute pleasure talking to you again. Thank you very much for joining us.
It's all right. Thanks,
and
man.
we will be getting you back later on this year.
Absolutely. We want to stay on track with your progress of your layout. So I don't know. We'll program this in for another, in another month's time, and hopefully you'll have them both finished, right?
Sounds good to me.
Cool.
Good to me.
Yeah.
I think you had another question, Rob, that you were going to ask us.
Yeah, Rob. What is that?
So why haven't either of you got a GWR loco on your layouts? I just want to throw that out there because
is it after 9 o'clock yet?
1 minute.
It is quite far.
Minute. 1 minute. 1 minute. I didn't used to have one. You all know I used to have one, right?
And on that bombshell.
Get out. Get out. Yeah.
Ayberk's waiting on the hall.
Natalie, we might have to now. After the debacle that is Mk2's, we might have to do one specifically on Mk2 coaching stock now. So,
considering there's been a lack of Shunting Yard billboards on your Mk2's layouts, everybody else in the chat, if you head over to the Bunter's Yard website, you can go get your own. James, if you have yours there to show the good people of our stream.
In fact, this is not a suggestion. This is a demand. Go and get your own.
And
no, seriously, they are really nice.
And then show it on all your social medias. Do some advertising for us. There we go.
Oh, don't worry. None of us were doubting they weren't nice.
So there you are.
And following that, I just want to promote. I'm on a shameless plug here. It's extremely shameless. The Shunting Yard web shop is still open.
No.
So if you want a hoodie or some Shunting Yard boxer shorts, head on over to our Spreadshirt page, which is on our Discord, and head over, give it a browse, and go and buy something, please, because it'd be great for upgrade. Help us with the stream progression.
Yeah.
In other words,
sorry.
Skin.
Has anyone bought any boxer shorts yet?
Matt
Pants
said he's going to buy some, but yeah. Matt keeps threatening he's going to buy some, but yeah. And on,
yeah, I was literally just gonna say, do those boxes have enough room for more wood?
More wood question mark.
There is only one way to find out, Ayberk, and that is to buy some.
Can it fit big wood? No, I'm joking.
That's it. That's it. We've crossed the line.
And on that bombshell, it's time to end.
Oh my god.
So, Stephen, if people want to find you, where can they?
On Facebook, which I've just got 3,000 on Facebook, which was quite a surprise actually. So Facebook, Insta, and YouTube. I'm a bit slacking on YouTube at the moment. I'm finding struggling to film content, but I will put stuff on. Yeah, on all three of those as Finborough Engage. That's me little. You can see it there. So that's how you spell it. Not spell it on Merp.
I'm sure James will put a helpful link in the description. if you want to find him.
Mate. They already.
Ah, he's already on it. Ayberk, how about you, mate?
So most of my time is spent on Instagram at Morewood Engage. Despite the change of layout, the name stays the same. However, I also now have a Facebook page, which I still need to do a bit of tinkering on because it just doesn't look that well established. But that has been drawing in a lot more views for me. And ever since I started Mk2, or Morewood Vale, as we now call it, my view count and like count has shot up about 4 to 5 times.
Lovely.
Especially the intro video that I did on Mk2, that skyrocketed like no tomorrow.
Facebook videos do seem to do really well for some reason.
It's not the Facebook side that's getting a lot of views. It's the Insta side. I have no idea what caused it, but I used to get, before when I had Mark 1, I used to get like 50 likes average on the video. Now I'm pushing almost 200, which is insane. Right. And I want to thank everyone, whether you're in the comments section or not, for being a big support to that, and that means a lot to me. Being so early on in the social media career. So,
congrats.
Big thank you.
Well done, mate. Well done to both of you, because you've both hit
for sure.
quite decent benchmarks recently, so congratulations.
Well, no.
James, where can they find you?
You can find me at both on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram at _Little Western. The Instagram content is coming back. The YouTube content will be back this Sunday. So watch this space. And what about you, Rob? Where can people look for you?
And you can find me on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook as the Kiln Line. There is more content coming to my YouTube channel eventually.
Is there?
But yeah, we'll get there when it gets there. Ladies and gentlemen, we have been the Shunting Yard this evening. You can find the whole group on Instagram, Facebook, and right here on YouTube. Like and subscribe. We are edging ever closer to the 400 mark on YouTube, and we are almost at 500 on Instagram. So let's get it up there. Come on.
You had to pause on the edging, didn't you?
Very nice.
We are edging.
Very nice.
Ever closer.
Great success.
But yeah, like and subscribe, and we will love you long time. As I said,
everybody.
we've been the Shunting Yard. Good evening, and we will see you next week.
Take care, everybody.
Bye.
See you later, everybody.
Bye.